Spectre in an absolutely ridiculously insane game number one. Liquid looking to bring this one back. And I mean, I guess what's interesting is that to me, it didn't even feel like Liquid played bad. I don't think that they played poorly. It's just like, I don't know, what was the big determining factor for you in the last game?
I know this Keeper of the Light hero might just need to get removed for a little bit, but you know, I do think they did play a pretty solid game for sure. I agree. There's a 5v5 breaking out here.
Hold your horses, everybody. They draw down that stun to start and realize, hey, they might be biting off more than we could chew. As he did hit a decay, only onto one from Insania.
Yeah, it was just waving to each other. You know, at least they give a high five to one another, Saber and Bryle.
Oh, dude, that is sick. The Dubu got that ward down there.
Yeah, he got the sneaky ward, so he's gonna see any potential movements here, and you can see Moon is like taking the high ground because he's seen everybody else. There's some potential strange late game spells here, or talents, because Shadow Shaman does have a break talent at level 20, which could be a problem for Spectre.
Oh yeah, that's interesting.
But that is only if we get there, so.
Well, given the way that we saw these teams play last time, I feel like we might.
Yeah.
TSM managed to get 3 bounty runes there. Out clicking a little bit. Zai the only one that picks one up for Liquid.
Yeah, nicely done.
Oh, and we've seen this build before too on Insania, going for the boots first on Undying. But going toe-to-toe against Moon Meander, it's going to be kind of an interesting battle. How does this work out? Because Shadow Shaman hits really hard, but Undying steals your strength.
Yeah, so I think what Insania wants to do is he wants to decay Saberlight to remove his damage, and then just battle Moon on the side. But yeah, if they just 1v1 straight up to Shadow Shaman, I think kind of wins, which is kind of hilarious. Like, he actually deals more damage, and he doesn't lose strength. So
he has a Fairy Fire and stick charges, and salves up afterwards. Insania about to have it off cooldown. He's baiting him. Yeah, come on over. It's Kami. It's going to be fine. I promise.
Yeah, so the boots just means he wants to run down people, but I actually don't know if this is the right read on the lane. He has a Spectre, so Spectre is not a very aggressive hero. It can't really help Undying kill anyone. So I might have liked a different approach from him, but we'll see how it plays out. So
yeah, this one already down very low on Matumba Man. Does have, though, some tangos coming on out. Down on the bottom side of the map, we're also seeing Tomato take a couple of punches here by virtue of Boxy playing together at the side. This was the old laning combo that was so annoying to play against. You just throw Fire Spirits out there and then some stuff from Mars. Very, very frustrating to play against.
And Dubu has no trees, so that's kind of annoying. I think that's why they brought 5 people. Actually, they're going to go in Tomato.
Stun goes out to try and buy a little bit of extra time, and Zai, ooh, so low. 12
Close.
HP, dude. The value of these Ironwood branches. Look at that. We talked about the item builds earlier. It makes a difference.
Yeah, I'm telling you, everybody was looking at Tundra. It's how it really is how it feels like. They're kind of the meta setters a little bit. So yeah, he does survive and he gets the living armor. So more of a passive approach as opposed to the leech seed.
Yeah, maybe feeling like he needs to help out these other lanes with that ability to dive up top side. They could make some type of a play with living armor there. But for now, at least, he's just going to need to use it to try and keep Tomato alive.
Yeah. So Tomato is actually going again for this Orb of Corrosion. So again, he's trying. Wait, what? Oh, he got the auto tech off.
Oh, nice.
The swoop in.
Drive-by.
Nicely done by Boxy here. But yeah, Tomato is gonna go again for this aggro build with Orb of Corrosion, which I'm seeing a little bit more and more. These CKs, like, they're feeling themselves a little too much. They're trying to kill everybody. We'll see if it works out.
Not quite able to connect there with the God's Rebuke from Zai. And again, spamming out the healing. I mean, the fact that he doesn't really ever have to buy any type of, you know, regen in this lane is definitely going to be a nice little boon to him to be able to trade, as Matumba Man just gets smacked around here by Saberlight, keeping that pressure on when they can. And as you said, Spectre not really having that good of a time.
Yeah, I just, like I said, I don't like Insania's approach to this lane, and so far it looks like I had a decent read on it. It's just when you go for boots, you're very committed to get a kill, and if you don't get that kill, you're gonna lose in terms of like net worth because you're gonna have to bring all these consumables. You're not gonna have a stick. You're not gonna be able to deward the small camp. You're just gonna run into gold issues, and that's sort of what's happening here. And we'll see. You know, like it's not going the best, but Spectre is still getting okay CS.
Okay. Bryle, in the meantime, stacking up the small camp, gets a water rune brought over to him, and is doing pretty even with the Mickey Tiny. A little bit behind in terms of the number of denies.
Swoop onto Dubu.
Oh, Dubu doesn't manage to latch. Does have stick charges afterwards, thinking about denying himself. Hello, hello, do you want to kill me? Boxy's going to get it. First blood, that's big.
Yeah. Nicely done by Boxy and, of course, top lane.
Yeah, Moon goes down. Insania, though, they will not end up getting the kill onto the Undying. So they do finally get their kill. It comes a little bit late.
Yeah, it is an expensive kill, though. I will say that, because this Undying has to run back to base now or suicide or something. And he does get to refill bottles. So this is actually not that bad of a death on a theoretical level here. But of course you'll take it. If you see the opening for the kill, you're going to take it. And at least Spectre is not really pressured here.
Right. A little unfortunate for Saberlight that his urn assembled after the kill happened. Or no, he didn't get the kill. Sorry, what am I talking about? It's the other way around. But he wasn't able to get that kill, which means he can't have any urn charges to throw back now onto the spec.
Yeah, for sure. You definitely want to get that kill happening. So bottom lane, there's action.
More in a... And going for the body blocks. Tomato doesn't know which way to go. Does still have stick charges. That Orb of Corrosion, as you said, not going to help him stay alive.
Yeah, they're playing this lane very well here, bottom lane. And yeah, the tree is just not having a great impact. Like CK, like I said, he's a lane dominator, but this lane has not been very good for them. The trees were cut right away, so Treant was not able to hit anyone. And with the fire spirits, again, it's really hard for Tree to hit anything. So kind of a good laning situation for Liquid, and they're going to be able to bring supports mid because of this.
Yeah, 3 heroes mid. Bryle does have level 6, and it's an Arcane Rune bottom. Are they going to try and dive him here? Doesn't look like it. Bryle, dude, they brought 2 supports mid, and he still almost got the rune there. Could go for a jump on the Boxy, actually. That's not how that one works. Poor old Bryle is going to get brought down. And, ooh, tree throw. Mickey got it.
Yeah, another cool guys don't look at explosions by Mickey. But yeah, there's actually so many resources being spent mid. Like they dropped a ward in the mid lane, a ward behind the mid lane, just freshly placed wards. But they do get the kill in the end. So good job by Liquid, making some good rotations. I think Boxy's having a really good game here.
That's what they need from him. And again, while those rotations go towards mid, on the other side, TSM, they're going to opt to send their heroes to the top lane and try and force this Spectre out of here and get this tower taken with the catapult. Now, there is going to be a Phoenix rotation up. Boxy trying to pull the creep wave past. And in the meantime, Spectre also heads off and is going to be farming up, but does have access to the Haunt if they want to try and defend one of these towers.
This is kind of sad for Matu here, because he TP'd mid lane into Tiny's lane here, and he's just forced to farm this small camp. And this Spectre hero farms jungle very slowly. You need lane creeps on this hero, so it looks like they're kind of making their way top on Insania, but this tower is going to go down. They don't want to fight into Brewmaster. I'm not really sure how Matu is going to get a game here.
Saberlight, you know, again, not used to the playing with not pink without the ping, and so misses the last down the tower. It happens.
Oh yeah, it happens. Moon's looking to be in trouble here.
That was a good round there with the Hex. Tries to get out, and will the creeps help? Not quite enough. Instead, Boxy, he's going to be the one that goes down after committing the Icarus dive. Saberlight right on top of him, goes for the Windwalk punch, and they take him down as well. So that's going to be an urn charge picked up for the Brew.
Yeah, I like using the early split, getting a kill, getting an urn charge. He was level 5 on this bird, so this is not, you know, insignificant. It's a good amount of XP going Saberlight's way. So, yeah, well done by Saber here.
And that, of course, also opens back up the top side. Once split is used, Matumba Man immediately comes back top to take over the lane. So that kind of solves that problem you're talking about in a way, I guess.
Yeah, he just needs lane creeps on Spectre, and he realizes that farming small camp was not fun, as Brewmaster is going to get gone on.
Okay. Moves on in, but now the Haunt afterwards, trying to take down a couple. Everybody TPs away, but the Avalanche is there. And now Bryo going in with the ulti. Moon won't be able to quite finish it off, but Mickey, does he burn down to it? Yes, he will. Bryo with the haste, comboed together with the Scatter Blast. It's a 2-for-1 trade, but taking on that Tiny is pretty valuable.
Yeah, good start by Liquid, getting those 2 kills. Just trying to push TSM away from their jungle. Like, they don't want this Spectre to be under this constant pressure. And of course, the haste rune just coming into play and making this a not so bad trade for the side of TSM.
Tomato tread's done, trying to get into Armlet now.
They're setting up bottom.
Yeah, Zai's there, and the Hex to open, and then the Shackles, 2 points in it rather. Tomato has the stun afterwards, 2 second. The Cookie chain stunned. Zai just didn't get to play Dota.
Yeah,
it's the whole time gone.
That was a perfect chain stun. Well done by them. But they did bring a lot of heroes here, so they're kind of stuck on the map. It's a decent kill nonetheless. But Mickey looks to be able to get the next rune here. He gets the 10-minute rune. He's going to have his Blink Dagger and 50 gold, so he's going to look to get active pretty soon. And we can see actually Tomato's net worth kind of suffering this game. He did go for the Orb of Corrosion, but they lost the lane, so that was my one concern with going for this item. It's like, it's similar to how I talked about the boots, where you need a certain, the lane to go a certain way for this item to be worth it. Mm-hmm. I feel the same way towards Orb of Corrosion. I feel like now he's pretty unhappy having this item.
Yeah, it doesn't really provide that much value once you get out of the laning stage. Although one way it could is doing this.
That is true.
Yes, what's up? They got level 6 on the Shaman. Time to take Roche.
Yeah, this is completely fair and balanced.
Orb of Corrosion, reducing the armor, and it literally takes like no time at all. I mean, to be fair, they could have gotten it even without the Orb of Corrosion, but this is just that extra value on top.
Yeah, it's fine. We can justify it like that. That's
okay.
Cool. I'll take it.
I like it.
No, that's just the abusing of the Shadow Shaman. Just stupid here.
Honestly. Do you want to see that one nerfed the next patch once the major's over?
Well, I enjoy playing Shadow Shaman, so no.
Okay, got it. Fair. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotta get
but
some
other
more
people are not allowed to play it, so.
I heard you were like ranked 10 or 12 or something right now?
NNA, guys.
Okay.
Got it. Ranked 10 NA, maybe 100 euro, 90 euro.
Dupe, they move on in. Zai gonna drop the arena down, but Bryle from downtown, does he have enough damage? Oh, he missed one of those. Don't know if it would have mattered anyways.
And that's a lot of heroes being brought back bottom, so Mickey knows where these guys are. He's going to try to go for the hunt here. He does need backup, though. That little bit of damage from Boxy should be good enough.
Avalanche toss. Dubu tries to heal himself, but it won't be good enough. Actually, I think that he healed the tower again. Yeah, because it's down to 150 HP, so they really want to commit to keep all of their towers alive. And Boxy, he ends up paying the price too. So yes, they get the tree, but to keep this tier 1 tower alive with a tree in the game, it's kind of, you can see where TSM's priorities are.
Yeah, they definitely want to protect their towers as much as possible. They know Liquid does not have that much tower damage like we talked about, so I do think Liquid's going to be able to get this tower, though. It's just too low, so good by them to recognize that if they have this opportunity, they should take it.
And DD from Tomato, they realize, okay, if they're going to get an objective, we got to try and stay one step ahead of them. DD on the CK, and Boxy comes in to try and protect this. The rest of the team wrapping around afterwards with the smoke up. And it, again, looks as if TSM are, well, they move in, toss back, not bad. They have Supernova if they want to use it. Sunray already going, Saberlight. Does he want to pop the ultimate? It looked like he will, and goes immediately now onto the Mars, but they pop the Supernova, and just like that, you have to run away on TSM.
Okay, so they're kind of just trading ultimates here. The Brewmaster, uses his. The Phoenix says, okay, I'll egg. Let's just high-five each other. and go for a little bit of reset. But another toss.
Really well played. And Saberlight, he finally gets punished. Does have stick charges, though. Backs away. They have the overgrowth. Moon drops the wards right on top. Matumbaman trying to do what he can. Dubu about to die as Bryle has to back out. The Matumbaman is doing too much damage on this Spectre, and Saberlight trying to stop it. That's not going to work. That's only the Aegis, but can they kill him a second time? Now the toss and the Avalanche make sure that they set up for this one. Boxy gets stunned, but another round of Mortimer's Kisses, and the Phoenix will die. Can they do anything afterwards? Tomato's so low, but the armor toggle, he gets it off, and now turning, gets the ulti, maybe can bring down side. Another round of the armor toggles, and Tomato just backs away.
Oh no, Mickey was playing the fight so well with all these tosses, but then he blinks and he goes for the avalanche on the Snapfire instead of just killing off CK. Really well played by Tomato though, of those armor toggles and Phantasm coming off. So, that was very close to being a disaster for TSM.
Able to dodge the danger, at least for this time, but you can see the value that this Liquid team has when they just pop all their R buttons. I mean, and you know, E for the tombstone, pretty good.
Yeah, for sure. I really like all the tossbacks that Mickey was doing. It's just unfortunate they didn't get to finish like the big core kills in the end. But yeah, I mean, mid tower does go down for you know, on the side of Liquid, so we're gonna see a replay of this here.
Yeah, the timing on the second round looked really good. Saberlight being so out of position.
And yeah, you can see like the Snapfire gets chased down. He does have the Aegis. Like everybody's so low here. Like Saberlight's running away on a sliver of HP. Does get caught out. This was a really good tiny toss there, but yeah, was not able to get the kill.
And you can see 6-10 now, 1,000 gold lead into the favor of Liquid. I guess the next thing is probably going to be the next toss. Oh, the toss back, not quite on the mark that time for Mickey. But yeah, you mentioned him. I mean, he's been having a really good game and always looking for that +1. The last time, though, just a little bit too exuberant.
Yeah, I think overall he's still been playing very well. Just, you know, sometimes you make one crucial spellcasting mistake, but overall he's had a fantastic game on Mickey.
And speaking of Blink Daggers, Moon is also getting close to finishing off his, although this is going to set him back a little bit.
Yeah.
Would have been a nice win.
As we do see a Wraith Pact being queued up on Mr. Saberlight.
Oh.
Yes, more Wraith Pact action, but there is going to be this go on mid, another toss back.
And they find him. Tomato, oh, but he picks it off. The Phantasm. Tomato, does he manage to get out of here? Now, the armlet is on. We'll bring it back down. Has the zombies on him as well.
The tumbler story.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Mickey is just being so good with these. Like, unfortunate that, you know, or, well, I guess well played by Tomato, you could say, because he Phantasm as soon as he saw the spear animation. So they are going to go for a smoke now, trying to use this Panda ulti here.
I want to see the spear animation faked and then going for the kill afterwards. Good blink away by Mickey.
Fingers.
And that was also split committed.
Yeah, and Sania might go down for this, but no, actually, just gonna walk away. That's a big win for Liquid. They're gonna have a time to strike here. They're gonna have Haunt. I think they should already like prepare the move here. There's a haste rune on Mickey. They're so strong. I want to see them be aggressive here.
And they actually change up the build from Zai even. He decides to instead buy the Blink Dagger and bring it out to himself right away. So seeing this opening, it's really set up for what could be a good fight for them. Although,
yeah, he does use the combo there, so they are looking to advance on the map. They're going to run into Bryle here with Blink is cooldown.
Zai, careful, Haunt down.
Whoa,
oh, what? He split the uprights and Bryle gets away. He's going to have Blink back up in a second.
They're so mad at this.
Bat out of there. And now the overgrowth. Bryle doesn't get caught by the arena either. How? How has this happened? They walk in now. Saberlight trying to drop the ultimate. Matumbaman trying to TP out. Does he manage to escape just barely by the skin of his teeth?
All right, I need to see that again. I know there's action on the map, but I need to see that again after, I guess, the
Dude,
boxing.
how mad would you be if you're playing in this game right there? That happens.
What happened exactly? Did he literally pass through every single...
He passed through every tree.
Yeah, that is terrible. You know, like getting these kills missed so narrowly again, and then trying to dive and unfortunately missing the arena as well.
It's just so unlucky. And Matu's gonna give the tip to Zai. Yeah,
friendly tip.
Probably Zai was like, "How did that miss?" Or something.
In his like calm demeanor, like,
yeah.
Oh, whoops, or what happened?
Was that your Zai impression?
I don't know. All right, they're still on the hunt. Yeah, Liquid's still looking pretty good, despite everything that's like, you know, going not their way. There's also a bunch of stuff that's going their way.
Zai gets jumped on now. Saberlight doesn't have ulti for 18 seconds, but Moon able to ward trap Insania in this one. So they take down the Mars. Insania tries to run away. And looks like they will be able to get out of there. Tomato actually just going to pop the Phantasm now to try and farm this up, take down the Tombstone. It's a nice little chunk of gold for him.
Yeah, some good pickoffs for TSM. Kind of needed, because I feel like if Tomato is in the same net worth as Matu, it definitely favors the side of Liquid. So, yeah. Almost Wraith Pack completed, though, which is, you know, the item that's going to change the game.
And look, Insania's queuing it up, too. Everybody's buying this.
Yeah, we'll see how it turns out. Like I said, it's one of those items that are subtle in their impact. So, like, you drop it down. I don't actually know how good it is. Somebody might have ran the math somewhere. I mean, I'm sure Liquid has, you know, some stats person like, yes, if I ran the calculations, this item is actually pretty good. Maybe that's the case, maybe not.
Is it the type of thing where, like, so I'm curious about this from a player point of view, is we're going to see the smoke up. And it looks like they're going to dodge it, so I'll have time to ask. If you're playing in a tournament like this and you suddenly see all the teams that are winning are buying this item, do you like try and figure out what it is, or do you just like, all right, well, we're going to get that too?
I would try to figure out what it is. I don't think I would just blindly buy it.
All right, fair enough.
For me personally, I like to play, you know, I play in pubs, and if I have an opening to buy an item that I want to test out, I will do it. I will not force it randomly always. But yeah, we are gonna have a fight breakout here with Blink on Rasta.
Blink reveal. Mickey caught, pulled back in. Do they have enough to fully finish him? Dude, the Wraith Pack, it's down, and they kill off one. Oh, but the Root the Overgrowth. Boxy ends up going down. They kill them both.
That wasn't Overgrowth. That was the little hill troll.
Oh, what?
the jungle is turning on Liquid.
Dude, unreal.
The jungle is upset. This Firebird is here. You must die.
Was this the one? This is the one left over. He's like, yeah,
hey,
shouldn't have left me.
I think the one that was alive probably did it on him.
Look at this guy. This guy is a TSM fan.
I guess so. Yeah, nicely done by TSM, showing the power of the Wraith Pack there. That was clearly why they won the fight.
Right.
But, you know, we're going to see a replay of that, actually. Let's see how it looks here.
So it is one of those things where I think the Wraith Pack aggroed it, actually. Oh, no, the bird aggroed it, yeah.
Okay, it's actually being covered. But he did get rooted by the hill troll, for sure. There's a fight breaking out.
They got Insania again. Lays down the Wraith Pack, the arena down. Mickey trying to beat him to death. Dubu gets the Overgrowth off. Moon gets the other one off. That's the damage reduction, but will it matter? Tomato pulls back one. Zai stunned for 3 seconds, and they get the kill. Now, with the lift up on the Spectre, they might be able to run down the rest of them. They don't get those spells off if not for the Wraith Pack, as Matumba Man pulled back in again, but they do get the Supernova off. Oh, Zephyr trying to kill it. Bryo gets the touch. They all are gonna die. Mickey is also dead. Liquid all fall.
Oh, no, and the high five as well. Oh, add insult to injury. Oh, man. That was so close. I think the Wraith Pack was the reason why they won. But in all seriousness, though, I'm trying to understand it more, and I think I see the idea behind it. They're playing against the Spectre, and the way you deal with Spectre is you kind of group up, and you don't let anyone get isolated by the Spectre, right? Because then the Spectre is not going to deal the Desolate damage. And by grouping up with this Wraith Pack, you're reducing their damage. So even though you're clumped up together with like the Brewlings and with everything being down, you're able to absorb all of this damage together. And clearly in that fight, that was enough it was barely enough actually, to stay alive. So
on those supports, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's the reasoning behind it, and maybe it's just a Spectre specific thing, but I'm kind of digging it right now. You know, I'm kind of digging it.
Well, 2K gold lead. They did use their main Roche taking abilities in the Shaman wards, so weren't able to get Roche after the fact for TSM. But fight one, the game's still close. Still definitely close.
Yeah, the game is still close for sure. There's no haunt for a little bit. Matu has the Ags queued up. I think that's definitely a solid choice this game. I think Diffusal is not the way. it would have been a bit too on. But TSM is on the hunt. They want to protect these wards that they place down, and they actually, the sentry's not going to cover this ward. So they have kind of control over this Rosh area, and Serpent wards are going to be up in 3 seconds. We'll see if Moon decides to use them here, or if they're just going to... Okay, he's going to use it, wants to make sure they get the Rosh. Liquid's going to smoke, but it's going to be too late because Serpent wards are very balanced and should not be changed in any way. Like, it just ruins like your thought process in the game, like how you make decisions. Like, it's way too fast.
They literally, like a second or two more, and they get there for that fight, and now they're not going to. But Mickey, Avalanche toss, and then the arena drop down. They use the Wraith Pack, their strongest item inside the pit, but it doesn't matter. Saberlight ends up being able to get the ultimate off, and now Zai controlled. Zai gonna go down. They're gonna turn now onto the tombstone, try and kill that one off. But a big fight win, although maybe with everything expended, they jump in. Avatos again, but Tomato, the BKB, comes out in time, then turns it around with the Phantasm. The Centaur stomp and hit all of them, and then that lets Moon get the shackle off. The jungle keeps on helping TSM. Somebody stop it. Tomato turns, tries to take down Spectre, but he might be the one that ends up being in trouble. No, he kills off Matumba Man. He actually had enough. Oh my goodness. Godlike Bryle and Liquid, they just can't catch a break.
Yeah, that was like a full five-man wipe, sorry guys. But the reason why they re-engaged is because Snapfire actually TP'd bottom. Like, right. He thought the fight was over on Bryle. He TP's bottom, and then Liquid reinitiates, and they still just win the fight without Bryle this whole time. Like, they're that strong. The Chaos Knight is way ahead now. He has the Mage Slayer, which I think is actually a pretty good pickup in this game. Wraith Pact was probably there, I'm assuming, you know, doing work. So,
oh yeah,
really well played by TSM, and Liquid did try to abuse the fact of that TP, but it wasn't enough.
Double BKBs completed now. So Mars done with it, and then I think the other one was it. I'm not sure who it was. Chaos Knight has his. They got it on Bryle. That's the other one. So a couple big BKBs online. We're still what, 1,000 gold away from Brewmaster, and then Undyne and Sania about 100 gold away from having a Wraith Pact of their own.
This is getting scary because this Brewmaster will indeed have the Ags, and I don't see where the damage is going to come from for Liquid. The way they're itemizing, they're going to jump mid here.
Try and kill him off, hexed up. Mickey, they already used the Sunray, can't keep him alive. Tomato pops that BKB, just kills the Tiny, and it's what you said, they don't have the damage yet on this hero. He needs a BKB. He needs an AC. He needs way too much, and they're not giving him the time.
Yeah, I'm getting worried for sure for Liquid because Tiny is not going to get this BKB for a very long time, and Zai's going to get caught out top here. He has BKB if he can get it off.
Oh, Zai barely able to get away from that one.
Wait a minute, there's a root? Okay, never mind.
He gets out.
Nicely done.
Very well played by Zai.
Yeah, there's just a huge damage issue for Liquid. Like, the Spectre is not able to kill anything partially because of this Wraith Pact and partially because of how the lineup is designed, where they're just sticking together. They have the heals from, you know, the Treant Protector, the Living Armor, the Sustain from, you know, the Wraith Pact and the Brewlings causing chaos. It's just really hard for Liquid to kill heroes. Like,
ooh. That's the other thing that we didn't even think about. The Mage Slayer doing 35% less spell damage. That's also relevant against Spectre. I mean, a ton of the damage from Dispersion, from Desolate, it's all built into that as well.
Yeah, and it gives the illusions also magic resistance. So, like I said, I think it's a good pickup this game because most of the damage coming from Liquid is indeed magic damage. So yeah, good item choice by Tomato. He knows his hero. And yeah, it's looking tough. He does have the Wraith Pack completed on the Undying.
Let's go.
Somehow. Actually, he has the Philosopher's Stone. Without the Philosopher's Stone, this would not happen. So this item is insane. Look at this lane ward. Okay, he knows.
Yeah, they're aware.
They're still all here, though. So, okay, they go in.
Get the Wraith Pack down. Let's go. Bryle. Oh, they pop the Phantasm. Just gets obliterated.
The Wraith Pack's running away from these illusions. Stop it. Leave me alone.
How much gold do you get from that thing?
20 gold.
Confirmed. That's pretty rough. Well, a 10,000 gold lead, and TSM.
Duba's on the hunt. He knows Matu is here, or
I don't. I guess.
Uh-oh. He pinged it. He pinged it.
Dude, Matumba, man. I mean, he's still okay. Yeah, they popped the haunt, and now Dubu going to be forced away, but they could still hunt Matumba, man. Nah, they won't get him.
Okay, well, haunt used still, so still a big cooldown, just to be able to get away there. Like, oh man, I'm trying to think of how Liquid can get back into this game, but I just don't know where the damage is gonna come from. This BKB and Tiny is so far away. This Undying needs to get in there and get a Flesh Golem hit off, maybe, like get the damage amp, but.
So if they do manage to use like all their ultis at once and catch TSM, do they have enough damage then at that point?
Well, if they pick off the Brewmaster first, then
this
yes.
Is huge. Can they bring him down in time? They will. That is exactly what they needed to do, although this hurts for Zai. Has that BKB, can't get it off, and they try and bring him down. He dies without casting a spell. Moon in trouble, but will manage to live through it. Mickey tosses back. Dubu will eventually fall down here, but this is Mickey still under fire. Moon goes down. The pullback now on a Matumba man. Gets up to the high ground. Wraith Pact on Wraith Pact violence. But Bryle will manage to survive through it afterwards, and now looks in. Mickey there, has a blink if he wants to go, and still thinking about it. Avalanche use, yeah. Oh, he misses. Mickey wants to go, but Tomato, oh, the bait! Bryle makes him think it's a miss, but really it was a hit. They got him in anyways. Tomato pulls back another, is trying to TP out of there, and Armlet toggles away.
What a player. Like, he actually held his BKB this entire time. This guy knows his limits, and he's getting tipped. This guy is playing a really solid game again on the Chaos Knight. But yeah, they got the best target possible. They killed the Brewmaster first, even though he got the Wraith Pact down. It was Wraith Pact versus Wraith Pact action, and they were still not able to take a clean fight, even though the Brewmaster was not even a part of it. And you have to think, if Brewmaster is alive, this fight is non-existent for Liquid.
And you're starting to get into other problems now for Liquid too, although I mean, this Bryle jump, that was just not going to work. The other problem that we're going to see is they miss on the stun. Foxy just trying to make as much time as possible, but will eventually get pulled back in. The other thing that I feel like is going to be a problem is now you've got Bryle as an actual damage dealer in right clicks as well. Has the level 20 talent, picked up the Shadow Blade, and is queuing up a Silver Edge #2 since Tomato already has one.
Yeah, the Snapfire just turns into a different hero when you get to level 20 and then 25. It's an absolute monster of a hero. Little Shredder uses your attack damage, and then you get the multi-shot. You're one of the biggest damage dealers in the game. It's such a strange hero that turns from this spellcaster blinking in and using scatter or kisses into this, you know, like machine gun destruction doomsday hero.
No, it's terrifying. And I mean, you compare that to, like, you know, Matumba man. I mean, granted, Spectre's, you know, talents are good, but it's not like the same type of thing as the Snapfire is, the same level at the very least.
Yeah, and that's why when we go back to the draft, I was kind of confused by the Spectre pick, because you know, TSM's entire lineup was built on sticking together, and that's usually a lineup that Spectre is not too happy to play against. But also props to Saberlight for like itemizing in the way he is. I think it's very smart, actually.
Yeah, they've come up with really good answers. And the Hex is out. Zai found again, but the Haunt afterwards, breaking it. Zai gets the BKB off. This is looking a little bit better. Moon, is he gonna end up going down? Bryle moves on in, wants to take down that Tombstone, and will get it. They take down Mickey, and Zai, in spite of the BKB, it won't work. They can't take that fight, as 3 more go down.
Yeah, and you can see the CK is just, he's just 8k net worth ahead of the Spectre. It's looking real hard for Matu. He needs so many items to be able to carry this game. I think he's buying a Basher in either hopes of killing the Rasta first, or maybe bashing through the BKB of the Snapfire, but I feel like he needs 2 more items to have a real shot in this game. And it's not like TSM gets weaker as the game goes on, right? They have the Snapfire, they have the double ultimate from Brewmaster. He's going for a fresher, so with 3. And he is now, okay, well, decent pickup.
Oh, all right.
That's good, that's a start.
That's what's needed.
Yeah, he has the Aeon Disc on the Brewmaster, so he's not going to get bursted down anymore. So yeah, it's tough. Nice ward here on the right. They're gonna see Spectre.
Oh, can't quite go though. Not all the way. Tomato recognizing that if he gets caught there, doesn't really have help nearby or the tree to, you know, armor him up on the other side. You know, you're giving some props to Tomato earlier. I think this guy's been really, really improved throughout the last couple of years. I've been so impressed with his performance and growth as a player. Really cool to see, you know, TSM be able to have some amount of success, and specifically Tomato just consistently stand out with really solid performances.
Yeah, I think both games he's showcased how good he is. He's been stable for the team. He's been active when he needs to. He's buying good items, right? He's not just defaulting the same items every game. We are going to see a fight break out here as Sabres actually just popped their smoke.
Oh, and Liquid, after the smoke pops, maybe they thought Roche was up, but it is capable. It's actually going to respawn right now. So middle of the roadish respawn time. For them, and now the immediate smoke up. Full Bloodthorn done.
Yeah, somebody gonna die.
Okay.
Analysis.
I love that. It's the best type of analysis.
Thank you, thank you.
Zai breaks the smoke, hiding behind a tree, but they find one. It's the Phoenix. Afterwards, really good arena. The overgrowth is going to be dropped, but they get the egg down. It's not enough, though. Tomato turns, blows up one. Mickey is already dead, but fought back, wants to get into this fight. They turn onto Zai, blow him up, too. Mickey trying to buy some more time. Matumba Man is there, lifted, and eventually going to be brought down, and eventually... just didn't stand a chance.
Destruction.
That was the guy that was going to die. He definitely did. As they go through, keep running through them. The Wraith Pack is killed. And man, TSM, again, just clean Dota.
Yeah, very well played. You know, this entire game, it was very back and forth in the beginning of the game. I thought Mickey did a fantastic job, like finding these tosses, and just very unfortunate things happen with these like missed little kills and engagements, which does change the game quite a bit, because every time you get like a big core kill, you're gonna have more time to farm on the map, get a little stronger. But after missing like I think three times they've missed these core kills, like narrowly missing them, it just slowly got harder and harder, and that's when I do feel like TSM's overall lineup was, I think, more cohesive in a way. But yeah, now the Tiny kind of fell off. When you go for this build and you're not able to get kills, you're not really...
He's still looking for a BKB.
Yeah.
Like, it's been a really rough game, and Mickey is, well, gotta run away from Bryle because he's coming for you. Chase has the blink. On the other side, there's a fight happening as well. Will they catch Mickey? Oh, we're running around the road. Look at him go.
Cue the Benny Hill music or what?
I mean, there's also
wait a minute.
buildings in here that are going down, and eventually they find Mickey.
Oh.
Wait a minute now. Oh, the shackle, and Bryle walks away.
He's dying. Oh, yes, cheese. Yes, oh, okay.
End up taking him down. Dude, Bryle, is he going to go in for this?
Yes, Silver. I mean, okay, he's out.
Yeah, that might have been a little bit too wild.
I mean, people are just having fun at this point. It's just good. It's all about the fun.
Well, you know, it's a tier 3 tower taken, but a 30k gold lead starts to feel pretty rough. The full data list done now on Bryle.
Yeah. I mean, Tomato's not here to play games, though. He's, you know, guys, there's a racks to get, you know, enough shenanigans in the bottom lane. Yeah, he's got the Aegis for 3 more minutes. He can pretty much kill anything unless the Wraith Pact is down and nothing's dying, but we'll see here.
Has that Phantasm ready as well with the Aghanim Scepter. And you can see Saberlight moves in, ready to pop ulti at a moment's notice. Goes on to him a little bit.
Oh,
Sai
nice
pushes back. Good BKB afterwards. Phantasm, though, and now the turn onto the egg. Oh, but they keep it just outside of range. But they end up popping it. The BKB walk forward was enough. Bryle dropping down very low. Gets Matumba Man off of him. But Liquid, there's no answer. There are 4 dead. They walk away with Matumba Man, but that is not going to keep their buildings alive. Tomato still hanging onto the Aegis. Has the armlet toggle. And buildings falling.
Yeah, Tomato is just way too powerful. He's double the net, almost double the net worth of Spectre at this point. And they're just too far ahead. I don't see a way Liquid comes back. but maybe they'll try. Maybe they'll go for one last fight when the Phoenix is up. It was a good attempt though with the Phoenix egg in the Mars arena. If the egg pops off, maybe there's a slight chance they actually turn that around.
My goodness.
Pain.
Bryle, he's right there, ready for the stun afterwards. They get the shackles. He's gonna die, but this is the problem. Bryle moves on in, down to half HP, just little shredding him to bits as Saberlight drops his items on the corpse and then heads on in for the tier 3 towers. TSM are feeling it right now.
Yeah, this is, you know, a really big morale boost as well, having Saber back with them and then being able to 2-0 Liquid and, you know, get a pretty good position to go to the upper bracket here.
This is exactly what they were hoping for, and for Liquid, they have one last dance, one last chance. Can they do it? They're gonna hold on for all they're worth. The buyback from the Spectre, but TSM focus down the buildings here, and Bryle jumps in, just eviscerates Insania. The Hex afterwards onto the Mars, going into the fountain, pulls him back a little bit closer. A triple kill, and finally GG is called. TSM gonna take it 2-0.
GG's. That was another very back and forth game for a very long time. But then as soon as TSM started pulling ahead, they abused the Rasta to get Roche.